It's so easy to think of sleep as a luxury, right? Something you can just catch up on over the weekend. But what if I told you it's one of the most critical biological functions you have? Today, we're going to walk through the terrifying timeline of what happens when you decide to just stop sleeping. Okay, let's just get right into it with a simple but honestly a pretty frightening question. What really happens to your body and your brain if you stop sleeping entirely? And I'm not just talking about feeling a little groggy. We're talking about a complete, systematic breakdown. And the first thing you have to get your head around is this: sleep isn't optional. It's not a negotiation. It is a fundamental biological need, right up there with breathing air or drinking water. Your body simply cannot function without it. So, let's start the clock. We're going to begin with a stage that, well, let's be honest, many of us are probably a little too familiar with: the all-nighter, the first 24 hours with zero sleep. Now, I want you to really think about this for a second. After just one single day of no sleep, your brain is so impaired that it's actually comparable to being legally drunk. Seriously, that means your ability to make good decisions, your reaction time, your mood, it's all shot. Yeah. These early symptoms, we've all been there, right? The crushing exhaustion, the brain fog where you can't focus on anything, the slow reactions. But that irritability, that short fuse, that's your brain screaming at you, giving you its first major warning that something is very, very wrong. All right, let's push past that first day, because this is where you enter the danger zone. This is the point where your brain, basically starved of its essential rest, starts to fight back. And it does it in some truly bizarre and dangerous ways. And the escalation here is just shocking. It happens so fast. You go from just impaired function at 24 hours to severe impairment. And then, terrifyingly, you're heading straight for total system failure. The drop-off is incredibly steep. So after 2 full days without a wink of sleep, something genuinely alarming begins to happen. Your brain literally starts to shut itself down, completely on its own, without your permission and with absolutely no warning. This is something called a microsleep. It's this involuntary shutdown that might only last for a few seconds. But think about it. Imagine that happening while you're driving a car or operating heavy machinery. It's your brain's last-ditch survival mechanism, and it can be absolutely deadly. As you push past that 48-hour mark and start heading towards 72 hours, you begin this rapid descent into delirium. Your memory and concentration? Gone. Your thoughts get jumbled and confused. And then, the really scary part starts. Your brain begins to create its own reality. After just 3 days, the line between what's real and what's in your head can completely dissolve. You could start having hallucinations, experiencing intense paranoia. We're talking about symptoms that look just like acute psychosis. At this stage, your brain is truly, deeply malfunctioning. Now, let's zoom out from this horror movie timeline for a minute. Because even if you're not pulling a 72-hour stunt, that chronic, long-term sleep deprivation, getting 5 or 6 hours a night, night after night, is waging a quiet war on your body, leading to systemic collapse. This isn't some far-off risk. This chronic lack of sleep is directly tied to some of the world's worst diseases. It dramatically increases your risk for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, depression, and even Alzheimer's. Your body is being broken down one sleepless night at a time. And if you need that one final undeniable piece of evidence for how important sleep is, well, here it is. It's a tragic condition called fatal familial insomnia. It's a rare genetic disorder where people completely lose the ability to sleep, and the outcome is always the same. It's 100% fatal. This tells us, in no uncertain terms, that we need sleep to live. So after all that doom and gloom, let's flip the script. Why is sleep so non-negotiable? What is this critical process that our bodies are willing to go to such extreme lengths to protect? Well, you can think of sleep as your brain's dedicated, all-star, nightly maintenance crew. So, what is this vital, behind-the-scenes job that your brain is so desperately trying to get done every single night while you're out cold? It's actually performing several essential jobs. It's like a janitor, clearing out all these toxic waste proteins that build up during the day, including the same plaque found in Alzheimer's patients. It's like a librarian, filing away important memories and getting rid of the junk. It's a repair crew, fixing damaged cells. And it's even a therapist, resetting your emotional circuit so you can handle the next day. So here's the bottom line. Without sleep, this critical maintenance just doesn't happen. Period. Toxins build up, memories get lost, cellular damage goes unrepaired, and your emotions go haywire. Your brain just gets overloaded. And, as we've already seen, it simply starts to break down. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Tonight, when you lie down to go to sleep, your brain's maintenance crew is clocking in for their most important shift. They have critical, life-sustaining work to get done. The only question is, are you going to let them?